Dozens of young people doing what dozens of young people do, partying and enjoying the summer. But are these actions, and indeed the young themselves, unintentionally about to cause a second wave of Covid-19? The government's concerned about the numbers of 17 to 21-year-olds getting it and passing it to older, more vulnerable people.
It was heartbreaking to hear. I didn't believe at first.
Mariam is just 18. She contracted coronavirus and not only ended up very ill, but also passed it to her mum, as well as her grandfather, who died.
Everyone just needs to be careful, and you're not invincible, you're not Superman, that nothing's going to happen to you, nothing can touch you. It can, and it might, and you might even not know about it, and you might pass it on to someone else, which is the saddest thing ever.
Cases have been going up steadily, but yesterday saw the biggest rise since May. Nearly 3,000 were recorded and a similar number tested positive today. The average number of tests, though, as this line shows, has only risen very slightly since June, meaning the increase in cases isn't just down to extra testing. Hospital admissions are still low, though, and not increasing in the same way. But that could change. Spain and France have seen huge numbers of young people with the virus and now big rises in older patients needing hospital treatment, meaning the coming weeks here will be critical.
If we're not careful, if we don't take this incredibly seriously from this point in, we're going to have a bumpy ride over the next few months. People have relaxed too much, and now is the time for us to re-engage and realise that this is a continuing threat to us.
The government says cases are now widespread across the UK. Caerphilly in South Wales is this evening under local lockdown. Anyone wanting to enter or leave the county will need a good reason, and 2 more areas in Western Scotland have had restrictions imposed.
It's now getting out of control, particularly in younger people and particularly in some of the most deprived parts of the country. So the worry is that that will continue to build and will get spillover again back into care homes, into nursing homes, increasing pressure on hospitals as people become ill.
Despite those fears, many medics feel they're in a better position to cope.
I think we have a much better handle on the illness. We have better tools and we have some new medications, or at least old medications, but which we know can be beneficial in serious cases of COVID. So I would say overall we're in a much better prepared state.
That might be so, but the government's message tonight is clear. This is now serious, and everyone must stick to the rules or risk another COVID wave. Emily Morgan, News at 10.